Hello, and thank you for joining me on today's Vinyasa practice. Today we are at the Phoenix Mountain Preserves near Piestewa Peak, one of my favorite mountains in the Phoenix area. As we get started, we are going to be utilizing 2 blocks for today's practice. This here is Chai. She'll be joining us today. And when we're ready to get started, meet me in a Sukhasana, easy seat. I take a block directly under my sit bones. I like to grant myself that little bit of height. The little higher I am off the ground, the less my spine is rounded and I don't feel like I'm pulling myself forward. That height allows my knees to come out a little wider, allows me to tilt my pelvis a little further forward. Thus, I make more room for the lungs. When you're ready, let's ground down in the legs. Palms can face down to ground, flip up to receive. Close the eyes and just breathe. Without asking yourself to be different, without needing to alter the breath, without needing to control the breath. Just notice where your mind has been today. Maybe acknowledge if we have yet to take a full breath yet today. Let's invite that inhale full. All the way to the top. Maybe take one more sip. When we get to the top, then slowly let it out. Take those breaths in and out through the nose. Starting to fill those lungs all the way to the top, and then exhaling down, completely exhaling, letting all of that breath out. Squeeze out a little bit more. Notice how much deeper the inhales can be when we complete the exhales. Just stay with your breath. So much easier said than done. Sometimes that means we need to close the eyes. We need to separate ourselves from the outside world, everything that exists off of this mat. As we begin to even out the breath, we even out the mind. Starting to find a little bit more rhythm in every breath, inhaling just as long as the exhales. You can come into an Ujjayi breath if it's in your practice, that Ujjayi pranayama. Creating that sound of the ocean on the exhale, that slight constriction in the back of the throat. Not only is it warming the throat, not only is it increasing the vibration, it is tuning ourselves in. Bringing our awareness inward, bringing our awareness to the breath, to where we can feel the breath. We can hear the breath. When you're ready, find neck circles, chin guides down to chest, rotate the head around. As far in every direction as feels good. Stay with your even breath. Just noticing the neck here, notice the shoulders. Remember, this tension here is not purely physical. A lot of it's emotional too. The weight of our world that rests on our shoulders. Everything that is expected of us, everything we expect from ourselves, switch directions. So you start to appreciate all that you do. And remember that it's more than enough. Deserving this slowness, deserving this stillness. Take 2 more breaths into the neck. So everything returns back into center. Let's inhale, draw the shoulders up to the ears, fill the body with breath. Exhale, sigh it out, dump it all. Soften the body on those exhales. 2 more of those. Inhale, exaggerate, maybe bring the elbows up, fill the body with breath. Exhale, sigh it out. 1 more. Inhale, maybe bring the wrists with us. T-Rex arms, fill the body with breath. Exhale, let it go. Roll through the shoulders. Drawing those shoulders as far forward like you're trying to get them to touch in front of you. Bring them up as close to the ears as you can, back towards the wall behind you, and down to the ground below you. Keep thinking about taking them as far in every direction as you can. Maybe close the eyes to hear what the body has to say. Keeping these exaggerated movements, switch directions, pulling the shoulder blades back, then drawing them up, pulling them forward. Think about making space between the shoulder blades here. So we're getting them involved too. It's not just about moving the shoulder itself, but all the parts that meet the shoulder. Meeting back into center, draw the shoulders back, let them rest on the spine. Take one breath with me. So we roll the body forward, come to a tabletop. Hands below shoulders, knees under hips, fingers are spread wide. Tuck the toes under, rock the hips from side to side, let the head hang heavy, 2 breaths of intuitive movement. Getting what you need, leaving behind what you don't, that's what our practice is all about. Getting back into center, spread the fingers a little wider than you usually would. Tuck the toes under, check in, make sure we can't see the feet. Knees are at that hip distance, but we don't want the feet bowing in together too far out. We want them nice and in line with the knees. Keeping the spine nice and long, inhale, cow. Press the navel down first, then lift the chin up to the sky. Exhale, cat, pull the ribs to the sky, tuck the tailbone, tuck the chin. Inhale, cow, exaggerate. Exhale, cat, let it go. Inhale, cow, fill the body with breath. Exhale, cat, 2 more. Inhale, cow, use the whole spine. Exhale, cat. Meeting back into neutral, wag the tail. Looking back at the tail, pull the ribs out to the side. Even think of this as a side-to-side version of cat and cow. Extending and opening the ribs, acknowledging the spine. Taking some time to thank that spine. 2 more breaths here. So we meet the back of the hand to the mat, maybe one hand at a time. You can wiggle out the fingers. We don't actually have to press weight into this. We could just lightly get into it. But wiggle through those fingers if that feels good. If you want more, both hands at the same time. Again, make a fist, spread the fingers wide, switch the hands whenever you need. It does not matter how far we can press or how hard we can press into the wrist. This is all about extending the forearm, lengthening the muscles. Stretching, but more importantly, bringing awareness, bringing breath. When your body's ready, bring the palm to the mat, flip the wrists forward, fingertips face the knees. One hand at a time, maybe both. If this is intense, walk it closer to the knees. If you want more, walk the hands a little further forward. You could settle into stillness. You could rock back and forth, side to side. Find circles here if you choose. Thank these hands. Thank the wrists. Honoring everything that our body does for us. If you want a little bit more for the hands and the fingers, micro bend in the elbows, lift the palms off the mat. Try to keep that thumb nice and straight. Breathe. Shaking each wrist loose, shaking it out, stirring that stagnant stuff up. Moving it around so we can let it out. Fingers spread wide. Once again, keep those hands open. Let's roll out the ankles. Scrunch and flex the feet. Rolling through the ankles, one direction and then the other. Scrunching those toes, flexing those feet, and when you're ready, paddle the tops of the feet onto the mat. Paddling it out, tapping those tops of the feet onto the mat, stimulate the lymphatic system, get the blood flow welcoming in. One more breath, paddle as fast as you can. And the bottom of that exhale, knees come out wide, toes come to touch. On the inhale, open the heart first. Exhale, child's pose. You can press down into the mat as you slowly lower. Third eye can reach down to the mat. You could take an ear to the mat. Wherever you are, just breathe. Coming back to those even breaths. Inhales just as long as the exhales. Ujjayi pranayama. Grounding down. Get everything you need from this. Maybe you want stillness. Maybe you want a little movement, rocking from side to side. Again, you could take one ear to the mat, maybe the other. Soften the body down. Stay with the rhythm of breath. Sigh it out at any time you feel it. When there's a buildup of energy, we have to give it somewhere to go. Use the breath as that tool. Taking 2 more breaths here, grounding down. The bottom of that breath, lift the gaze, gently walk the hands up, tuck the toes under, down dog, take the tail high. Bending deep into one knee, straightening the other, shift the weight around intuitively. Finding intuitive movement, waking up the feet, waking up the Achilles heel, the calf, the hamstrings, the glutes, the hips, the spine. Let it wake up the shoulders and acknowledge the strength of the arms, the endurance of the wrists, and the openness in the hands. When you feel ready, start to settle in. Fingers spread wide, arms are strong, head hangs heavy as we guide the core, tail up to the sky. Micro bend in the knees to allow the heels to drop a little bit lower. Adho Mukha Savasana, our downward facing dog. Take 2 breaths here with me. Come high on the toes, walk the feet halfway up to the center of the mat. Feet to hip distance, maybe just a little wider. Bend generously into the knees. As you inhale, find just a little bit of length. On the exhale, ragdoll fold. With our ragdoll fold, we are hinging from the hips, pouring the spine down. Now, if this is very intense, please bring the blocks under the hands. You can fully support yourself here. If you are supported, the spine could be long, the neck could be long, you can let the head hang heavy and begin to surrender as you choose. I highly recommend bend a little deeper in the knees. Now, if your belly does not rest onto the thighs, if we don't have that connection, feel free to always bring a blanket, pillow, anything in between, so your body has the support. The more the knees are bent and we can support the torso, the less we're asking from this lumbar. But we can still decompress. If you want more here, reach for opposite elbow, sway from side to side. You can interlace the fingers behind the back. You could reach that fist up towards the sky, wherever you are. Sigh it out. Releasing the hands. Take 2 more breaths here. Movement or stillness. Sigh it out. Be dramatic with me. On the very bottom of that breath, inhale, slowly rise up 1 vertebrae at a time, all the way to standing. When you come to standing, move intuitively, roll the head around, move the hips, just get yourself stacked again. There's no wrong way to be here. Take 1 more breath, getting yourself here. As we shake out the arms, kick out the legs, shimmy out the body. Loosen up before we come into our flow. Finding our feet to our preferred center, whether that be ball mount to the feet touching, maybe hip distance apart. You may find a space in between for you. As the hands come to heart center, let's close the eyes, come back to our Ujjayi Pranayama, our Ujjayi breath. Feeling that steady space, that even breath. Building our heat from the ground up, lift all the toes, fan them out wide. We pada bandha in the feet. We can keep those toes lifted or plant them down one at a time for more grounding. Lifting into the kneecaps, lightly squeeze into the glutes. Find your Uddiyana Bandha. Now this is our core strength. This is what translates to our diaphragmatic lift. So we engage the core. We're not sucking in. We're not pulling in. We are engaging strong and then lifting up behind the ribs. This is very important. Draw the shoulders down and back, lengthen up from behind the ears. Ujjayi breath. Setting your intention for your practice today. Wherever that may be, it may be something as simple as focusing on pairing your movement to the breath instead of breath to movement. It could be finding yourself present, could be just completing the practice wherever you are. Stay strong within it. Releasing the hands to the side, shine the palms forward, spread the fingers wide, reach the fingertips down to the ground, lengthen up from behind the ears. Think about taking up space. Inhale, mountain, sweep the arms up and wide. As the palms face one another, draw the shoulders down and back, lengthen from behind the ears. Keeping that Uddiyana Bandha strong. One more inhale. And the exhale, micro back bend, goalpost the arms, lift the heart. So we're goalposting the arms, lifting the heart high here. Not dumping down into the back. We're not trying to look behind us. We want to think about lifting and opening. Just slight lift with the chin, at most palms to the ceiling, wherever you are. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, forward fold, chin off the chest, lower all the way down. Fingertips in line with the toes. Micro bend in those knees. As you exhale it all, fold completely. Try to take the chin to the chest. Inhale, half lift. Here we draw the shoulder blades back and together. Lengthen in the neck, using the glutes to lift us. Nice long spine, everything strong. One more inhale. Exhale, fold. Draw the elbows in towards the knees, micro bend the knees. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. Exhale, fingertips to the mat. Heel toe the feet out wide. So we're preparing for our yogi squat. Toes are out wider than the heels. I like my heels wider than my hips. It gives me more space. Inhale, take the gaze forward. Exhale, malasana, slowly sit down. Now as we get here, we may need to adjust from side to side. There's no rush. Now if we are here, if the heels are up high and this is very uncomfortable, take the stance a little wider if you can. Offer support under the heels with the blocks or a blanket. Guiding the elbows into the inside and the knees, palms come together. Now if we have a lot of rounding here, we want to draw the shoulders down and back, lengthen up from behind the ears, and breathe. If this is very comfortable for you and you want something a little bit more, fists together, let it help open the hips, big belly breath. One more inhale, get a little taller. On the exhale, plant the fingertips, take the tail high, use the secondary muscles of the feet, heel toe the feet into your comfortable center. Inhale, half lift. Now we're going to flow with it. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain, hands come wide. Exhale, micro back bend, lift the heart. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the fingertips, heel toe the feet out wide. Inhale, gaze goes forward. Exhale, malasana. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, plant the fingertips, take the tail high, heel toe the feet in. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Stay with your breath. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, micro back. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the fingertips, heel toe the feet out wide. Inhale, gaze goes forward. Exhale, malasana. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, plant the fingertips, take the tail high, heel toe the feet in. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. 2 more times. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, micro back. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the fingertips, heel toe the feet out wide. Inhale, gaze goes forward. Exhale, malasana. Inhale, lengthen the neck. Exhale, plant the fingertips, take the tail high, heel toe the feet in. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Last one. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, micro back. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the fingertips, heel toe the feet out wide. Inhale, gaze goes forward. Exhale, malasana. Now we're going to be here for a few breaths. Finding your final variation. Maybe that means we want to rock from side to side. We want to adjust a little bit more into it. Hands can come to touch. Lengthening in the neck. Breathe. If you want a little bit more challenge for the secondary muscles in the feet, see if we can lift one heel and then the other. Gently floating between the two. Let the body shake. If the body starts to shake, slow down. Maybe opening up, lifting both heels, lifting tall in the neck if it's in your practice. One more inhale. On the exhale, slowly lower the heels, plant the fingertips, take the tail high, ragdoll fold this time. Leave the feet out a little wide. You can rock from side to side. If the ankles need it, you can always shift the foot onto the pinky edge. Extending and stretching the outside of that ankle, that IT band. Take whatever you need. When you're ready, maybe back in a down dog, plant the hands, step it back, paddle it out, paddle it through. Coming back to the breath. Finding your center, Ujjayi Pranayama. So we come high on the toes, bend the knees, take the gaze forward, step, jump, or walk up to meet the hands. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Bend deep into the knees here, squeezing the knees together, trying to pull the thighs apart so we have the legs going in opposing directions, so we ask more for the glutes. If the feet are at hip distance, add a block between so you can create that squeeze. Finding everything to center, gaze goes forward. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Tuck the tailbone, draw the shoulders down, take the gaze forward and breathe. Lift the toes if you can. Make sure we can't see the toes. Make sure we can see the toes. One more inhale, wherever you are, sit a little deeper. Exhale, fold, take the tail high, let that go. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen in the spine. Exhale, plant the hands, step it back, high plank. Now get yourself comfy here. Fingers spread wide. Core is strong, legs are strong. We can always drop down to the knees here if we prefer. Honor what your body needs today. You can stay in your plank. You can stay on the knees. Wherever you are, take the gaze forward. Tuck the elbows in. Lower down onto the belly. Dropping that belly. Untuck those toes. Sigh it out. So we find ourselves a proper baby cobra. Tuck the elbows in, flipping the palms up. Chin can be to the mat. Shift the lower back from side to side in case anything is sticky. Walk the feet in together. In to make one long line of energy. Squeeze the glutes, tuck the tailbone. When you're ready, inhale, baby cobra. So we are tucking the tailbone to Plant the tailbone down, squeeze, and then lift from the upper belly. Inhale, baby cobra, neck is long. Exhale, tap the chin. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, down dog. Take the tail high. Now, if you prefer to flow through more traditional vinyasa or charanga, please feel free to take it. Today's movement is about pairing it with breath, not getting ahead of ourselves with the movement. That's what we do all day long, the movement. The breath tries to keep up with the movement. That's why we find our practice here. Bottom of your breath, inhale, right leg high, kick it up to the sky. Keep those hips square as we flex into the foot. You could point the toes, or you could point the toes and spread the toes. That's my favorite, it's a foint. One more inhale, kick a little higher. Exhale, low lunge. So we come onto the ball mount to the left foot, create space to plant that foot between the hands. Swing the left foot flat. Back to the mat. Foot at about a 45-degree angle. Some people like it fully open. Honor what you need. Heel and arch in one line. Gaze goes forward. Breathe. Remember, we can always have the blocks underneath us here. Offer support as you need. Squeezing into that left glute as to open that left hip. Lead with the left hand. Inhale, windmill open. Warrior two. Noticing grounding down in the feet, pressing the feet down and away from one another. We open the hips, stacking the shoulders, reach the arms from the wings, the shoulder blades. So we take the gaze forward, then we adjust the front knee. Front knee goes forward, let it guide out. One more full breath here. Inhale, reach forward, hinge from the hips. Exhale, extended side angle. So we take ourselves here, this forearm could rest on this knee. If you want more engagement, use the core to lift and lengthen the body. Take the inside of the leg to the arm. Left arm can reach up high or extend the angle up over the ear. Breathe. Open this left shoulder. Stay forward in the front knee. One more full breath all the way to the top. All the way to the bottom. Inhale, reverse warrior, reaching that right arm up and back. You can always straighten this front leg if you need a break. Because I think about tucking the left hand back behind us, reaching the right arm up first, opening, lifting out of the ribs, then come forward in the knee. One more inhale, gaze to the right palm. Exhale, windmill it down, plant the hands, step it back, high plank, lower onto the belly. Flip the palms up. Inhale, baby cobra. Squeeze those glutes. Exhale, tap the chin. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, down dog. 2 breaths. Getting to know the body. Remembering the breath. Bottom of that exhale. Inhale, left leg high. Kicking it up to the sky. We're going to avoid peeling that hip open. We want to keep everything square. Engage out of the foot. One more inhale. Kick a little higher. Exhale, low lunge. So we come high on the right toes so we can create space to step forward. Planting that foot between both hands. Swinging the back foot flat. Heel and arch in one line. Square. Opening the hips. Take the gaze forward. Where's the breath? Notice maybe the stance can come a little wider. Maybe we want to open a little further. Squeeze that right glute. Start to track the right hip back. Inhale. Windmill open. So we want to ground down from the ground up, down into the feet. Pressing the feet away from one another. Hips are open, shoulders open, arms are reaching. So notice the difference between lifting with our arms or even the fingertips. Arms feel heavy. Draw the shoulder blades together. Then lift the arms from the shoulder blades. Front knee goes above ankle, gaze goes forward. Breathe. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, extended side angle. Now you could have the arms at 12 and 6. You can reach that right arm up over the ear, stay forward in the front knee. If you'd rather be resting that forearm onto the thigh, allow it, welcome it, breathe into it. One full breath. Inhale. Inhale, reverse warrior. Reaching the left hand up. Feel free to straighten that left leg. It doesn't matter right now. Right arm reaches back behind. Left hand reaches up. Guiding that knee forward. We'll keep the legs when we find the flow. When you're ready, inhale, reach a little higher. Gaze stays with the palm. Exhale, windmill down. Plant the hands. Step it back. High plank, lower onto the belly. Flip the palms up. Inhale, baby cobra. Squeeze those glutes. Exhale, tap the chin. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, down dog. Paddle it out, paddle it through. Starting to rearrange. Give yourself 2 breaths to come back to the breath, to settle into the breath. Settling into that breath that we will flow with, that we will take with us. Cherish it. Enjoy it. High on the toes, bend the knees, take the gaze forward, step, jump, or walk up to the top. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step it back, lower down onto the belly. Inhale, baby cobra, squeeze those glutes. Exhale, tap the chin. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, warrior 2, swing the back foot flat. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana, or as we've been doing, high plank, lower down onto the belly. Inhale, up dog. Inhale to this baby cobra, Exhale, tap the chin. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Reaching it up. Exhale, windmill it down, plant the hands, step it back, high plank, down to the belly. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, tap the chin. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, down dog. High on the toes, bend the knees, take the gaze forward, get to the top. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step it back, lower down onto the belly. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, tap the chin. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, extend and reach. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana, or high plank. Lower down onto the belly. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, tap the chin. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, windmill it down. High plank down onto the belly. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, tap the chin. Press it back, child's pose. 2 breaths here. Take your time to get adjusted. Find the child's pose that you are needing right now. Maybe that may be sitting to meditation. Maybe it's coming up for a drink of water. Wherever you are, just breathe. Coming back to the Ujjayi breath, that Ujjayi pranayama. Evening the inhales with the exhales. When your body and breath feel ready, meet me back in a down dog. Take the tail high, paddle it out, move it around. Settling into stillness when you are ready. Inhale, right leg high, kick it up to the sky. Exhale, low lunge. This time plant the foot behind the right wrist. Stay on the ball mount to the left foot. Hips stay square. Front knee over ankle. Take the gaze forward. Hands can be on blocks here. Remember, give yourself what you need. When you're ready, inhale, rise up. Crescent lunge. Squaring the hips, noticing, are we flaring the tail back and pressing the navel forward? If that's the case, tuck the tailbone. That may require us to bend the left knee. That's okay. Bending that knee, tucking that, keep this stable, then guide the front knee over the ankle. Then press back in the left heel. You'll feel it in that front. One more inhale. On the exhale, right arm presses back. Take the gaze with the thumb. One full breath here, keep the gaze. Inhale, crescent, hands come high. Exhale, left hand presses back. Opening, one full breath, square those hips. Track that left hip forward, I'm guilty too. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, airplane, reach the hands back. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, plant the hands on the inside of the right foot. You may want the hands on the blocks if that feels far. Right foot walks out to the edge. Lizard pose. So the front knee comes over the ankle, square the hips, lengthen in the spine. Breathe. Bottom of that breath, inhale, revolving lizard. Right arm reaches up. One more inhale, keep those glutes squeezed. Exhale, plant the hands, step it back. High plank, lower down onto the belly. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, tap the chin. We're not in a rush. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, down dog. Move with your body, not against it. We're not here to force. We're not here to make our body do anything. We are here to ask our body with offerings. We offer the body positions. We offer intentional breath. Bottom of that exhale, inhale, left leg high. Exhale, low lunge, plant it behind the left wrist. Stay on the ball mount to the back foot. Square the hips, gaze goes forward. Inhale, crescent. Coming here, I always need to check the hips. I almost always need to tuck my tailbone, micro bend in that back knee. Front knee eventually guides over once this center is strong. Hands come high, breathe. One more inhale. Exhale, left hand, right hand presses back behind us. Gaze goes with that right thumb. Keeping that right hip forward. One more inhale. Stay with it. Inhale, center, hands come high. Exhale, left arm presses back. Gaze goes with the thumb. One full breath here. Stay forward in the front knee. Inhale, crescent, hands come high. Exhale, airplane. Reaching the hands back, press the body forward. Inhale, crescent, hands come high. Exhale, lizard. Plant the hands on the inside of the left foot. Walk that left foot out to the edge. Front knee comes back over ankle. Then we keep the hips square. Even weight in both legs. Neck is long, breath is deep. Offer blocks under the hands if this is too far away. Bottom of that breath. Inhale, revolving lizard, left arm reaches tall. One more full breath here. Keep those glutes lifted. Exhale, plant the hands, step it back. High plank, lowers down onto the belly. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, tap the chin. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, down dog. Paddle that out. Move it around, moving it through. Noticing where the warmth is found, noticing where that stagnant energy is found, that energy that brings up emotions. Those movements when we feel emotional about a pose, it's not the pose, it's what we found in our body. Breathe into it, trust it. Let us flow. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, right arm presses back, gaze goes with it. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, left arm presses back. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, airplane. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, lizard pose. Inhale, revolving lizard. Exhale, plant the hands, step it back, down dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, right arm presses back. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, left arm presses back. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, airplane. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, lizard, plant the hands, walk the foot out to the edge. Inhale, left arm reaches up. Exhale, plant the hands, step it back, down dog. 2 breaths. Notice, did we start to ask the breath to catch up with the body? Or did we ask the body to wait for the breath? Let us ask the body to wait for the breath. Sigh it out, reset the breath, come back to Ujjayi Pranayama. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, right arm reaches back. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, left arm reaches. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, airplane. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, lizard. Inhale, revolving lizard. Exhale, down dog, plant the hand, step it back. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, right arm presses back. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, left arm reaches. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, airplane. Inhale, crescent, hands come high. Exhale, lizard. Inhale, revolving lizard. Exhale, plant the hands, step it back, down dog. 2 breaths. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Lower down onto the left knee. Untuck the back toes. Let's bring the blocks up by the sides. Taking them into the hands. Having them frame the front foot. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Now, if we get here, we tend to take all the weight over to the left knee. We want even weight in both legs. Square the hips. Increasing the energy between both feet, pressing that right foot forward and that left knee back. Use the glutes to stabilize. Bringing in one more inhale here, all the way to the top, lengthen out of the neck. And the exhale, press the hips forward, lunging deep. Now, if this feels very intense, roll the body over the thigh, take both hands onto the blocks. Let the head hang heavy. Just breathe, be kind to yourself. If this feels good and you want something a little bit more, we stack the shoulders with the hips, lunging the body forward so that weight is guiding down, but the energy is guiding forward. Breathe. Again, notice what makes us feel emotional. One more inhale, get a little taller. Exhale, half splits, guide the hips back, drag that right heel, flex the right foot. Now as we get here, we may need to sit all the way up. This may be very intense because we want to keep the hips square, spine long. We're leading with the heart, so we're hinging from the hips, keeping the spine long. Lead forward with the heart, meet the hands under the blocks. Guiding in, inhale again, make the neck a little longer. On the exhale, surrender a little deeper. Again, lead with the heart here. If this feels great, if this feels good, if you want more, round into the spine. Let the chin draw to the chest, the third eye to the shin. You could shift the foot front and forward, back and forth. You could curl those toes in and stretch the foot forward. Even flexing the foot back towards the shin. Move intuitively. As much or as little movement as you crave. There's no wrong way to do it here. Wherever you are, just breathe. The very bottom of your next breath, we're going to find a little flow between that. Exhaling completely. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Bring the hands high. Press the hips forward. Exhale, airplane arms, half splits. Keep the chin off the chest this time. Inhale, hands high, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, half splits. Reach it back. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Scoop it up. Exhale, lean it back. One more. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, half splits. Take it back. Inhaling back up to center. As we plant both hands on the inside of the foot, walk the right foot out to the edge. We're then going to inch the hands and that right foot forward till that left leg extends long, coming into that deep runner's lunge. As we get here, this may be very intense, in which we may want blocks under the hands at any level of support. This may feel amazing in the body to where you want to surrender down or lift that right sole of the foot off of the mat. You can rock from side to side, settle into stillness. Give yourself 3 generous breaths. Releasing the tension on those exhales. Softening the hip open on those exhales. On the bottom of that breath, return the right foot to the mat. Tuck the back toes under. Lift the left leg strong. You can do it. On the inhale, engage the core. Exhale, kick it back, 3-legged dog. This time, stack the hips. Bend the knee. Kick out the leg. Maybe draw circles with the knee. There's no wrong way to do it. Let that energy rush back in. Meet back in a down dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Lowering the right knee down to the mat. Have those blocks handy. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Now take yourself a moment to get here again. A lot of times we get here and all the weight is in the right leg. We want even weight in both legs. That means squaring the hip and oftentimes shifting the weight forward and over. Opposing energies. Left foot starts to press forward. Right leg starts to guide back. Now you feel your stability. Inhale, hands come high. Breathe. Bottom of that breath, slowly begin to guide the hips forward. You may want to meet the blocks under the hands. Again, if this is a lot, rest the body on that front thigh. Use the blocks under the hands and breathe. If you want more, shoulders stay stacked with the hips, then we guide the hips forward. Again, so the weight is pressing down, but the energy is moving forward. Deep, deep breath. Notice what makes you feel emotional. Bottom of that breath. Inhale, come back to center. As we exhale, half splits. Dragging that left heel, blocks under hands. Hips guide back, but we're not sitting onto that back leg. So we're not resting on it. We want the legs far enough apart that we can guide the hips back, square everything. Flexing that left foot to start. Again, the hamstrings are tight. We may be up here. If this feels like a lot on the kneecap, please bring support, a blanket underneath. When you're ready, we hinge forward from the hips, nice long spine. Then we begin to surrender. Find your blocks. Finding that place where we can inhale to lengthen. Exhale to keep the chin off the chest as we surrender. Easing into it. The point is this is not a race to get the third eye closest to the mat. Find rounding only when it feels good for you. Only when you have respectfully entered the pose by keeping length in everything. That's how you practice in body, not in ego. Rock that foot back and forth. You can scrunch those toes and pull them forward. Strengthening and lengthening the front of that ankle. Rocking through however feels good. 2 more breaths. Bottom of that breath, we're going to find a flow here. Plant the foot flat. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Press the hips forward. Hands come high. Exhale, airplane arms. Drag that left heel. Inhale, hands come forward, press the hips forward. Exhale, guide it back. Inhale, reach and lunge. Exhale, guide and breathe. Inhale, hands come high, press those hips forward. Exhale, half splits, final time. Inhaling back to center, take both hands inside of the left foot. Walk that left foot out to the edge. Then we crawl the hands and the foot forward. Extending that right leg long, squaring the hips. Find your runner's lunge. We may want blocks under the hands. We may want to take the pinky edge of the left foot to the mat. You may want to rock from side to side, back and forth. There's no wrong way to be here. 2 big breaths. Let's take one more here. Just because I feel like we need it. Bringing that left foot flat on the mat, tucking the right toes under, lift the right leg strong, trust yourself. Inhale to engage, exhale, kick it back, 3-legged dog. Stack the hip this time, open it up. You can kick it out, you can roll out the right ankle, you could draw circles with that. Roll out the left ankle, you can make circles with the left knee. Meeting yourself back into center. Paddle it out, 2 breaths. Shake the head loose, wiggle around the brow. Notice how different this down dog feels compared to the first one today. What a gift our breath and movement really is. Final down dog of the day. Get everything you need from this. Movement, stillness, strength, or softening. There's a lot of things we can get from this. When you're ready, lowering down onto the knees, make your way up towards the top of the mat, shifting over onto the sit bones, plant the feet flat in front of us. Hooking the hands behind the shoulders, drawing the shoulders down and back, lengthening the neck and spine. Pressing the front side body forward. One more inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, release the hands up to the sky, slowly lower 1 vertebrae at a time. All the way flat onto the back. Hands come onto the belly. Let's drop the shoulders. Let the feet flop. Let the feet flop from side to side. Let it go here. As we drag the feet up close to the glutes, feet out wide to the edges of the mat. Light flex into both feet. Windshield wiper the knees. Hands could be on the belly or you could cactus arms here, whatever you choose. Staying with that Ujjayi breath. As everything returns back to neutral, walk the feet up close to the glutes, flex into both feet, cross the right ankle over the left knee. So both feet are flexed, so we have engagement here. We're pressing that right ankle down into the thigh, actively pressing this right knee down away from us. So we create that push and pull, we create that pressure between so we can treat the legs as one unit. Windshield wiper the legs now. Maybe you get a little release there. I always get the best little pop, pop. At the end, it's my favorite. I hope you offer yourself that as well. Find and release when and where the body's ready. Again, it's never about force. One more breath here. Everything comes back to neutral. Switch the feet. Right foot plants. Left ankle crosses over. So again, we find this here. Both feet flexed. Pressing down in that left ankle, pressing down in the left knee. Legs move as one unit. Windshield wiper. Again, you may get a little release in my lower back. You might have even heard it, but it feels good. But be patient, be gentle with the body. Stay with the breath. As our final breath brings everything back to neutral, return the left foot into the ground as we guide the knees into the ribs. Give yourself a hug, give yourself a squeeze, rock from side to side, find circles with the knees. Guiding in one direction, maybe the other. Maybe there's one area in particular that you just want to sit with. Use the body weight to massage the sacrum. As everything really returns back to neutral, send the left leg long. Taking the left hand on the outside of the right knee, inhale the right arm out to a T, flip the palm down, exhale to twist. Keep that right shoulder planted down. Tracking that left knee, that right knee over. But let's notice the right glute. On every inhale, press that right glute down. Try to pull the ribs, that hip away from the ribs. And every exhale, let it twist you a little further. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, let it go. And the inhalation, guide that knee back into center. Give it a hug, give it a squeeze. Send the right leg long. Left foot pull, left knee pulls in, give it a hug, give it a squeeze. So right hand comes on the outside of the knee. Inhale, left arm out to a T, palm faces down. Exhale to twist. Guiding that knee as far out to the side as feels good. Keeping that left shoulder angled. Now the gaze can stay neutral if that's too much for the neck. Trust yourself. On every inhale, track the left glute down. On every exhale, twist a little further. One more breath. So everything comes back into center. Give that knee a hug. Pull the right knee in. One final hug, one final squeeze. Roll out the ankles, scrunch and flex the feet. So we find a happy baby. Peace fingers come to the big toes or hands to the inside arches of the feet. Knees come out wide. Keep the anchor of the tailbone down. The head down. Rock from side to side if it feels good. Send one leg long and then the other. So everything comes back into neutral. Release the feet down to the mat. As if there are any final movements your body is craving, your body is needing. For me today, I think that's a Supta Baddha Konasana. So the soles of the feet come to touch, knees come out wide. But I want you to find any intuitive movement your body seems to be craving. Anything that will finalize your practice before our final Shavasana. Easing your way into our final resting pose. We take the legs long. You could always have blocks under the thighs. Take a little pressure off the lower back. If there's a preferred Shavasana you love, please feel free to take it, but honor this most important pose in our practice. This is when we get to absorb our practice. Draw the shoulders down the spine, rock the head from side to side, soften the brow. So we flop the feet back and forth, let the arms flop out to the side. As the head gets heavier, the shoulders melt down, the glutes let go, and the feet feel heavy. As gravity washes over the body, and peace washes over the mind. Let go of the breath. Go from a state of doing to the most simplistic state of being. Our final Shavasana. As you slowly begin to connect back with your breath, let the inhalation balloon the body. As we take those exhales once again all the way to the most complete, really exhaust that breath. So we find small movement in the fingers, wiggle the toes, roll out the wrists and the ankles, reach the arms up overhead like you just woke up for the first time. Rolling on to your preferred side in a supported fetal position. Thanking yourself for spending this time on yourself. This time connecting with your body, this time honoring your breath. So we take the next few moments to thank the body, thank and wiggle the toes, thank the feet, the ankles, the calves, the shins, the knees, the quads, the glutes, the hips. Place the hand on the bellies. We thank our bellies. We thank everything within, everything on the outside. We cherish our strength. So we cherish ourselves up through the spine, to the shoulders, the arms, wiggle and thank the fingers. So we thank the neck, the head, our beautiful smiles. Then using the strength of our arms, we press ourselves up to a comfortable seat where we can share a single breath together, sealing our practice today. Taking your time to get here. As the hands come into heart center, let us exhale completely. Together, let us pull in a slow, deep, mindful inhale all the way to the top. Taking in just a little bit more. Maybe one more sip if we can. Then letting it go. May your entire universe be filled with peace, joy, love, and light. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining today. It truly means the world to me. I will see you next time. Have a great day.